Welcome to our Compass for Success video. In order to get to Compass for Success, you're going to go to My Apps and look for the little turquoise icon here. Click on the icon and it's going to prompt you to a screen that you're going to enter your login credentials. So you'll enter the same login credentials that you use for logging into your board profile. I'm going to show you Compass for Success and what's called a sandbox. So this is just a fake Compass for Success login area just to protect student information. I don't have any real data inside of this sandbox. So when you arrive, you're going to see on the far left-hand side multiple colorful ribbons. To view your class, hit the blue Classes ribbon.
Once you've selected a class profile, it will take you to an area where you can view your class data in two forms. One's in the class profile. The other one is a graphical analysis of the class dashboard that you can rearrange the graphs and reorganize them to suit your viewing style and preferences. In the class profile, where we'll go through the class profile from left to right, top to bottom. The subject area would be the report card subject that is being shown in the class profile. You can change this to another subject if you'd like. Same with EQAO. Right now mathematics is being shown, and we can change that back to reading. Your assessments that are shown within this drop-down box would include any assessment that any one student or your whole class has created, has completed and has been entered into Compass. So if they completed a reading assessment in kindergarten at WCDSB, then it would appear in this assessment drop-down box, and you can add any of these assessments to be included in your class profile. So now we have our Acadience categories also showing in the class profile. And then you could also create student groups within your class. One way to do that would be to use the check boxes to select specific students or a full class and deselect a few students. So that is one way of creating your groups. Moving across, all of these top headers are sortable. So if you were to look for all of the students with medical needs in your class, you could double click and all of the medical alerts will go up to the top, and you can hover over them to see any of the medical details for the students that are in your classroom. First name, last name, OEN, gender, we've got medical, Indigenous denotation, MLL will be coming. IEP, another great sortable feature, and the blue hyperlink shows that there is an IEP attached to this student profile, and if you click on it, it will pull up a PDF of the student's IEP. Any forms that are in your student profiles will be shown here, either green or blue, showing if there are forms attached to the profile or not. It's really a great feature to sort those report card scores and a way to capture students' needs and strengths in your classroom. There are color codes within the report card scores. You're not seeing them on my screen, but within your class profile, you will see gray, which denotes that the student grade has not changed since the last term. Green, there has been an increase in the score, and red denotes that there has been a decline. And then moving across again, the Acadience data also easily sortable, and attendance, which is a big one to track and monitor if students are trending with absences or late in your classroom. There are some at-risk flags that can be attached to student profiles, and in this case, a notes attached where you can click on the little speech bubble for notes, and it'll take you to the notes feature. It's really important if you are writing notes within Compass for Success or digitally anywhere. You want to make sure that your note is clear, concise, professional, is written with free of judgment and opinion, and most importantly, it is related to student success. So keep that in mind if you are creating notes within Compass for Success. And attaching files is another way to show student growth within that portal. The next thing that we're going to do is dive into a student profile. But by selecting their name that will be blue and hyperlinked, I'll dive into the student here by selecting their hyperlinked name. Once I land in the student profile, I can see there are multiple different options along the top and lots of information along the right hand side too. So you can see that there are several selections that you can make regarding the student. The first one, the dashboard that it takes you to, once again, graphical analysis. The tabular view will show you their elementary report card or secondary report card, achievement results from all of the years that they've been with Waterloo Catholic. This would also include learning skills, and then any other assessments that they have completed at Waterloo Catholic would appear in this area. Attendance history is a great one to look at if you're noticing some attendance concerns. My apologies for being in the sandbox and not being able to show you that. It will show a table of all of the attendance history for the students since their time with us, and you can look at trends to see if maybe they're missing more dates in June to prepare for. Enrollment history would show any school transfers that have been completed. So any school that the student has been enrolled in, their enrollment history will show here. It's a nice view to show for any transient students and ways for you to support them. EQO results will appear in this one, and then any student groups that the student is related to. Gradebook will show any of their scores. This is something that if you were using Gradebook in high school, this graphical analysis may be of use to you. Any in-school supports that the student has used. We did turn off the parent portal in Compass for Success, so you're not going to be seeing any parent communications here, but you can log any strategies for success on the student profile also. Moving over to the right hand side, if you were to scroll down below the student picture, which is wonderful to have at the beginning of the year, or if you're transitioning into a new classroom, to have the student photo here, and then you could print or download their class profile, any portfolio items that have been uploaded into Compass for Success. Here's some information that you can also find in the class profile of the student if they're in risk, and then this is where you would find also their IEP if you'd like to click on that PDF copy that will be linked to their contacts. I find it's we have contacts probably housed in multiple areas on top of Compass and Aspen for contact information, but this is an area that you can go to. It's quick, easy to find any information such as their families, doctor, any guardian information that is associated with this account, and who has access to records. So a good one to note, who has access to records and custody of students in your classroom for safe keeping of privacy information and the safety of the child. Any notes that are attached to the student profile would show here, success plans, forms, and it's a great space to go to on the right-hand side to find any pertinent information for the student that you are supporting. The left-hand menu offers many other features within the portal. So within your count feature, you can check out your profile, any notifications that you have waiting for you, notes that you have written, the classes area we've already entered, and then the data wall would be a more robust viewing area for historical data within Compass. And if you're supporting multiple classes, it's a way that you can look at data sets by grade instead of by class. So here you can select that toggle and move it over so that you can select by grade. And if you're supporting just one class or a few classes, then you can keep that toggle over to the class. Many report card subjects can be selected, so not just the one within the class profile. And you can also include learning skills. You can include all EQAO strands, any assessments that at least one of your students have completed at their time with WCDSB, and then you can look up to 3 years of historical data. You can filter by one specific student, so you can type in a student name, or if you're using tracker groups, a tracker group. I did make different selections, and I'm noticing that they're not appearing within my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that retrieve button. So that's an important one to make your selections appear within the table. Other great features that are within most portals of Encompass for Success would be the option to download or move all of your data into an Excel spreadsheet for you to organize in ways that suit your needs. The light blue gradebook area is an important place to go to, especially intermediate and secondary educators use this to store assessment data. There's weighted averages, categorical averages that can be weighted in here. Another important area would be in the reports area that is used to create secondary progress reports. So there's additional supports for that. There's student monitoring within the purple area, and the student tracker groups. This is at the area, if you click on the student tracker, where you can create groups of students to monitor. Reporting and analytics, there's some planning. This light green resource ribbon is a fantastic area because it houses all of the expectations by grade level along the top and by subject area and strands sections along the right hand side. So it's really easy if you're looking for any curriculum expectation. And the very last thing that I'm going to show you is where you can find additional supports within Compass. On the far bottom left-hand corner, there is a chat box area that you can connect with Compass for Success if you have any questions or wonderings. In the links section on the top right, within the black ribbon up here, click on the links, and if you head to my Encompass training manuals here, you'll see our board resources. There are also the Compass for Success resources that are general portal supports, but our WCDSB Compass for Success site that's housed in the IT service desk. In this area, you will find what Compass for Success is and multiple resources such as a site tour. There's intervention guides, frequently asked questions, how to enter literacy assessments, and the color codification guides that are associated with those literacy assessments. Lots of information for the teacher portal, including the new ML step entry. Class profile for improvement planning. There's a data wall tour if you want to learn more about how to use the data wall. Lots of gradebook assistance and supports here. And then the last thing on the menu is the secondary progress report guide and how to create a progress report tracker group for monitoring. If you're experiencing any login or access issues, please submit a help desk ticket. And if you require additional supports or would like to make an enhancement request, have wonderings related to Compass for Success, please contact your Encompass team located on the Compass for Success support site.